Hello? So did that work or not? No, it didn't. It restarted the stream, I think. Jesus. This is why I need double ingest stream on YouTube already, so I can stop having to jump to 20 different hoops whenever I try to do something like this. Oh well. Alright, sorry about that, chat. Sorry that took so long to like figure that shit out. It's the same thing every time. You know, the good news is that trying to fix that shit on the fly at least means that it at least means that like most of the sleep is gone now. Let me fix my the titles of everything on the other sides though. Thumbnail, Dune. I'll go with this thumbnail. I like this thumbnail. Now let's see if I can edit the other stream. It is live, right? Yes. I don't really like Dune Awakening. It's become really a comfort game for me recently. I feel kind of bad for Minji being left on her own like that, but you know, that's the risk of friend slop games. I think that this one has potential, honestly. I appreciate that I kind of appreciate that it's not doing the thing again. Like, you know, like the games where you have to like collect valuables and everything, it's like it's not doing that again. Not that like parcel delivery is like really new. Like fucking TAS Express on Nintendo 64 had the parcel delivery thing, so that's not super new. But I feel like in this kind of format, doing the Lethal Company structure, but with parcel delivery is a fresh combination of things. Elements that you're familiar with, but or arranged like in a new way. You know? Does that make sense? It probably doesn't.
I dream of it, amongst the wild threads of history and the myriad of paths. My path saw the...
Hi there, Asaf. Welcome in. Sorry, chat. I'm just making sure that everything here is set up properly. Alright, alright. Both chats open and active. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, so welcome back to Dune. Or Arrakis, as the locals call it. Hi there, Princess. So that Perm Domo, welcome in. How's the music? Music looks like a fairly good balance with the game sounds. Yeah, looks good. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. So this is Dune Awakening. For those of you, you might remember this game being pretty big a year ago when it first released. A lot of big YouTubers and VTubers and such playing it. Since then, of course, it kind of went through like its big release period, and after that it got like a lot smaller and quieter, as these games tend to do, you know. But it's the past year. It's been hanging in there. It's been hanging around. People have been kept playing it, have kept up with it, and they've done a lot of improvements to it. Yes, I saw that you said hi, Asaf. You don't need to remind me. What are the rules of the stream? It should be in the chat in the description. Oh, God, man, YouTube keeps resetting the description of my YouTube keeps resetting the description of my vertical streams. It's very annoying. The rules, well, the guidelines tell you the most important things. Basically, the rules are, well, the most important rules: don't be a dick, so don't be an asshole, don't be a jerk, whatever you want to call it, you know. I probably should set some other stuff as well. And you need to be 18 years or older to be here. If you're under 18, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. That's a very important rule. Do I have the category of this stream properly set? I don't know if I do. Paid promotion, AI use. Recording date and location. Category, yeah, okay, Dune Awakening is set, okay. We're good to go. Stream is properly set up. Hi Ella Shaw, welcome in. Alright, do give me 1 second, chat. I am going to it's like past 11 PM. If I drink coffee now, that might actually be a terrible idea, but no, I am chat. Hang on. I am No, you know what? I'm not gonna drink coffee anymore. It is very late. Way too late for coffee. Bye, my brother loves you. That's I don't know what to respond to that. But thank you. I do need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. We're in the middle of an ad break on Twitch anyway, so... Hang on, chat. I'll do a funny dance for y'all. If I can find the interface for it. This is my... I just need to like set up... I need to program a button into Waterdoor that lets me like dance on the spot if I want to dance. So I don't have to do this, go to all of these things every time. Alright. There we go. Alright, be right back. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum. Hello, chat. How are you doing today, by the way? I haven't asked that yet, I think. And if I have, I forgot about it. Hope you're all having a very good day. Hope your day's going better than mine, because I'm on fucking Arrakis. I genuinely, like, within universe, I don't understand why anyone would want to live on this planet. Like, with the Fremont, I get it, because they've been here for more than 10,000 years, you know? But why anyone else? Like, okay, look, I get Dune has the spice, and the spice is very important in this world. I do get it. But, like, can we not just have, like, machines? No, of course we can't, because machines are not allowed in this universe. I forgot about that. Chat, I saw something recently. Apparently, the Pope, you know, Pope Francis, wrote, like, I don't know, like a 40-page thing or something condemning the way that AI is currently going, something in that like in that kind of fashion, and it's like it's straight up Dune kind of shit, you know, like the Orange Catholic Bible stuff and the Butlerian Jihad and the commandment thou shalt not build a machine in the likeness of a human mind, you know, like Dune has been without thinking machines for 10,000 years because 10,000 years ago, during the Butlerian Jihad in the Dune universe, people basically after that said no more thinking machines, no more computers, no more AIs. Well, instead they like developed, they kind of created humans capable of such feats. Like the Mentats in this universe are basically human computers. And they have some people that, like some houses, some families that made like technology that's kind of skirting against the rules or around it, you know, that kind of business. So they have alternatives. It's not like they're completely without any ways to automatically do those kind of things, you know. But by and large, this is a universe without any form of without like advanced computers, without AIs, without thinking machines. Which is an interesting setup for a science fiction story, you know. Like it's low technological it's low technological science fiction. Like you know, I have like low tech fantasy and high tech fantasy. This is low tech science fiction, I guess. Although this honestly, Dune with how the heavy emphasis on like special unique powers and such. Dune is like almost more fantasy than science fiction. It just happens to have spaceships in it. It's a bit like Star Wars in that regard. Except Star Wars does have like high levels of technology and the droids and everything. Okay, look, so our mission for today, there's a few different things that we're working on. Most importantly, we need spice. Just like everyone in this damn universe, we need spice, because all of the endgame recipes require spice. And the main reason why we need spice, hang on, I see a sandstorm on my map, where is it? Where's this damn sandstorm? Ah, it's over there. That's not gonna hit us, I think. Yeah, that will probably sweep over the lower part of the Haga Basin, so it's not gonna affect me, at least. There it is. Sandstorms are a big problem, you always want to keep an eye on them. So, a lot of the endgame recipes require spice, and spice is unfortunately a very hard resource to come by. It's not that it's rare, it's that it's hard to get and hard to make. Because spice, well, you refine spice from spice sand, and spice sand you can find on open sand. Spice sand will only be found in places where worms can get, because spice is created by worms. So it's necessary for spice to form where worms can get. Unfortunately, that also means that every time you want to grab spice sand, you want to collect it, you are exposing yourself to worms. And that means that it's extremely risky to get it. Now, we're not at the technological level yet that we can efficiently gather and process spice. So I have to grab my my thopter, I have to fly to a spice patch, and I have to pull out my compactor, my industrial static compactor. I have to shoot it on the ground, and that will collect a patch of spice sand that I can pick up. And because that process will greatly piss off any nearby worms, so it's an extremely dangerous process. I have to basically, I land, I shoot, I wait until the worm shows up, I flee with my tail between my legs back into the ornithopter. I fly away. The worm will look for me. It will leave because it will not find me, ideally. And then I go back down. I pick up the sand that I just like put together, and I do it again. I shoot, etc., etc., until the whole spice patch is gone, or until my ship is full, or until the worm eats me. If I'm lucky, I'll have enough spice sand to make like 70 spice or something. Like I got like 70. I think you can get like enough spice sand to make like 70 to 100 spice or something that way. It takes a very long time to refine it. Right now I have 102 spice as total from all my efforts over the past weeks. I need 400 spice to make the carry-all. Which we need a carry-all to carry a sandcrawler into the desert to do the heavy lifting for us. I don't even have, I've not even started on the sandcrawler, but I have like one of the members of the guild almost has a sandcrawler put together. And they've been kind of pushing for us to also build a carry-all. With a carry-all and with a sandcrawler, we can collect a lot of spice all at once. But it becomes much more risky, because what I'll have to do is I'll have to use the carry-all to drop the sandcrawler onto the sand. And I have to go pick it up immediately if a worm shows up, you know, it's riskier. So I've been debating about what I'm gonna do first. Hang on, let me grab the machine. There's a few ways that I can approach this. I can focus on getting the carry-all so we can do more efficient spice gathering as soon as possible. Or I can first build a more advanced spice refinery. Hi there, One Blast, welcome in. Doing the same spot, doing the same thing? What? Also, hi there, Advanced PvP. So I can either... I only need 33 more spice melange, and I can make a more efficient spice refinery. And I can use this to, like... basically, I'll get way more spice per spice sand out of this. I'll be able to turn 750 spice sand into... I'll be able to turn 750 spice sand into 10 spice. Which means 75 spice sand into 1 spice. Which is made more efficient than the original recipe, which is 100 spice and then 1 spice. So personally, I think I'm gonna go for this machine first. So that I'll be able to get much more spice out of my spice sand. And then, once I have this machine, I'll go try to gather enough spice to get the carry-all. And once we have a carry-all, and the other person finishes their sandcrawler, then we're in business. Hi, yeah, welcome back, Adam. You don't need to apologize for that. It is never required. It is never required to be here. Let's repair this thing. Oh, my aluminium is done. I've also been like building up some other resources because I saw that we were getting low on like stuff like aluminium. Most of the stuff in this game is not hard. It's just it takes a lot of time to get certain stuff. You know what? We'll craft like, I don't know, 400 duraluminium or something. Duraluminium is always one of those things that we need more of. And needs a lot of water. Everything, all these endgame machines need like... all of these endgame recipes need a lot of water. It's one of the ways that they bottleneck you. So let me get some bodies here in the death stills. This is a very efficient way to get water, throwing bodies into death stills. Yeah, so those are going to be cooking. Don't worry, I have a lot of water generation here. The problem is mostly that like the actual bandwidth on how much water you're creating is limited. But over time we can store almost like... we have almost 500 liters of water here. 500 liters of water storage capacity here. Which is an insanely high amount. I'm hoping to like... I'm planning on making this even bigger, but I'll need to, I'm working on upgrading the base, on making the base bigger. I need to think about how I want to lay it out though, because I want the base to look aesthetically pleasing, but also be functional. So for example, right now, all the way at the top, you know what, I'll go into the Thopter. You'll be able to see this better when I'm in the Thopter. I'm debating on the best layout of the base. I kind of like the way that the base is currently laid out. It's small but cozy. But I'm kind of trying to plan ahead, because we're gonna get like a carry-all in the future and everything. So that's been... okay, hang on. So let's prepare for our mission. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the desert. I'm going to go try to gather some... I'm going to try to gather more spice. Because we need... God knows we always need more spice. Okay, that's the spare fuel tank there. I'm gonna make another big fuel tank real quick. Hope make it off the desert. Me too. It's dangerous out there. There's big worms. The biggest problem in the deep desert used to be the other players. That has fortunately that has changed because they have added a PvE only instance of the deep desert. So now if you go to the PvE only instance, you gather less resources. Or rather, you get like a big buff on the amount of resources you gather if you go into the PvP instance. But I'm not taking that risk. I don't want to take the risk of going to the PvP instance and getting gunned down by some PvP corporation out there, by some PvP guild. So I'm gonna go into the PvE instance, and out there I only have to fear big sandstorms and sandworms. That's already gonna be a hassle and a half. I need to find like a good playlist for this game. Like I'm currently playing my usual playlist, which is mostly Cuphead and Mouse PI and such. But I need like a good playlist with music that fits Dune. Like the usual the usual desert music. The stuff that every game does when they need like a good desert track. Like crank out the sitars and everything for the soundtrack. I don't know, how would you make a music for a desert level without falling into the usual tropes of desert level music? How would you do that? I think that, honestly, when you think about the soundtrack for Dune, I feel like they did a pretty good job making, like Hans Zimmer did a pretty good job making something that sounds distinctly Dune, but that also has like a unique sound to it. Like the... Very good soundtrack. Okay, so the big secret is going to be... I'm going to bring both my big thopter and my small thopter. Because the small thopter has the advantage of being small and light and easy and quick to escape. By doing this, I will not have to risk the big thopter. Hi Yuri DK, welcome back. How are you doing today? Oh, it's Eurydice, sorry. Yeah, it's because it's because it's Eurydice in Dutch, I think. I don't know. Greek names always give me a thing for my money. Yeah, it's the Dutch pronunciation is Orpheus and Eurydice. I need water. I'm low on water. I am no longer low on water. I'm gonna like fill up my my thing and everything. Okay, what else do we need? Night scene. I'll come in. We got ourselves some fuel? We got ourselves everything that we need, I think. Your sleep was messed up? Yeah, mine too. God, the fucking heat the last 2 days. My sleep schedule's been fucked up. Like a real fucking mess of a sleep schedule. You put alarm at 5 PM but woke up at midnight? Damn. What time zone are you in? Is it like midnight for you right now? I think that we're probably good to go now, so let's see, what else do we need? I've repaired my industrial static compactor. 050. Oh, you're 1 hour ahead of me. So are you like Eastern Europe or something? What other countries are in the time zone? You know, you have like Eastern Europe. Certain countries over there. Like you have to, like if you go further down south. I'm not entirely sure like which countries are in that particular time zone. I made a terrible mistake once, chat, where I had to call like a colleague who was in Eastern Europe, like 2 or 3 hours ahead of us, and I called him at like 10 p.m. or something, and he woke up sounding very sleepy, and only after I was done I realized that I did a miscalculation. You know, I thought I'm gonna call him late so that it's early for him, and afterwards I was like, wait a second, that's not how that works. I fucking woke him up in the middle of the night. I'm an idiot. So I felt really bad about that. Should I say where from? You don't have to say it if you don't want to. That's completely fine. Also here, so this is what I've been working on. I've been making a bigger hangar on top of the building. I'm not entirely sure if I like the way that it looks though. But it does free me up to turn this part of the construction into something else. But I need to think about it. I need to think about what I want to do. See, this stuff would have been easier if this neighbor didn't plop down this giant brown cube here, because I could have extended the base further in that direction. I am not happy that someone claimed this terrain here. And I want to surprise me. Again, it's up to you. Oh, fuck. Oops. Don't need to worry, chat. Vehicles actually don't take damage from impacts like that in this game. But it does look very stupid when you do that. Russian time is always surprising. Are you in Russia? That's interesting. I have like... I uploaded a video on YouTube. I uploaded a video on YouTube. The second Pacific Drive video. And that video is blocked in Russia and Belarus because of a song in the video. It's the only time that has happened to me. Because it has... when that one song... oh God, what's it called again? You know, the... When the stars hit your eyes. I forgot the rest of it, but that song is in that video, and because of that video is blocked in Russia and Belarus. It's so strange. Like in general, it's... the first Pacific Drive video was not blocked in any area, but it had something similar going on where there was a copyright claim on the video because of a song in it. In that case, it was Orange Colored Sky. And both Orange Colored Sky and When the Stars Hit Your Eyes, those are both songs from like the 60s or 50s or something. Those songs are... why did I spawn in the middle? That's weird. That's not supposed to happen. Both of those songs are like songs from the 50s. They're like almost 100 years old, both of those songs. The artists that made those songs are both no longer alive. So it's really annoying to have like a copyright claim over a song like that on a video, you know, because it's like videos that I've worked on for a very long time. And if my YouTube channel was monetized, I would not see a single dime because of that one song. Very, very annoying. But hey, Vinny cannot upload his... Vinny Vinesauce cannot upload his own videos without his own music without getting like claims and such on them, so... or like without YouTube literally blocking him from doing it, so... the whole system is completely broken. I think Vinny said a good thing about it, is that the system is designed to make it impossible to freely share music. Even if the music is meant to be freely shared. It's just a weird ass system, but yeah, but y'all are not here to hear me bitch about YouTube's copyright system. Y'all know it's weird. I wish I could play the song for you, but if I start playing that song right now, the YouTube vault is gonna get blocked in Russia and Belarus. Unfortunate. Okay, so chat, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna be on the lookout for a big spice bloom. It will be very clearly visible. It will be either a giant purple cloud on the horizon. Over there is a little spice patch. See, I could go for that, but it's not gonna have a lot of spice in it, is the problem. I'm looking for like the big ones. What I will do real quick is... oh no, I forgot I cannot actually mark it. I'll just remember it. It's Sector B9. I'm gonna go a little bit more to the center. There, like this. We want a really big spice blowout, because the bigger the spice blowout, the more spice is gonna be there, and the more efficient it is gonna be for me to gather. Like at a big spice blowout, I can like get a like full stacks of spice within like minutes. And yeah, welcome to the open desert, by the way. If you've never been to the deep desert, well, this is it basically. It's very big, very open, not a whole lot going on. And randomized. Once per week the deep desert resets and everything becomes new basically. And over there is a sandworm. This whole area is sandworm country. We need to be very careful. We are safe as long as we're in the air, because sandworms cannot see into the air. But if we want to do anything, we of course need to go down. And honestly, with the way that the game mechanics work, as long as you're careful, you can get away with a lot. Like I did hear Armia make a good comment on this, that like she says that she wishes the sandworms were like a bit more dangerous. And I can kind of see where that claim comes from, because if you know what you're doing, the sandworms are not like a huge risk. But it's still, I see something bouncing over there. But still, you have to be careful with them, because if you're not... See, the thing is, I'm gonna like show y'all how they're just hungry. Yeah, they're very hungry. Hi, Twerk. The thing about the spice worms is that since they are bound by game mechanics, if you understand the mechanics of the spice worms, you can play with them very well. It becomes kind of a cat and mouse kind of game, you know. But nevertheless, you're always taking risks when you're in the open sand. Like, if something were... Say, for example, that my game were to crash, I would lose my Thopter. Because the sandworm would eat it. Almost guaranteed. And I can... Like, they implemented mechanics where you can recover vehicles that have been eaten and such, which is very nice that they added those recovery mechanics. To make, like, the impact of glitches and such a little bit less dire, but nevertheless. Okay, hang on. Man, we're having shit luck today with seeing any big blooms. Hang on, I'm gonna talk to House of Traders. I'm gonna ask the House of Atreides for intel. So yeah, in the deep desert also, like all of these islands are randomly spawned in, these rocky islands, whenever the deep desert resets. And one of these islands is gonna have a fucking ton of, like there's gonna be 2 islands. 2 of these rocky islands are gonna have a ton of resources on them. One of them is gonna have a lot of titanium on them, and the other one is gonna have a lot of stradivium on them. This one is neither of those, from the looks of it. So finding one of those 2 islands is gonna be very beneficial, because I'm gonna have to like collect a lot of those materials in the future. It's not super important right now, but G3 and G9, there's 1 or 2 near each. E, F, G. G9, really? Oh, okay. We're actually pretty close to G9. G8 for spice. Interesting. Oh, I overheated. Oops. I wasn't paying attention to the booster. That's okay. We're not in any immediate danger. This is... Look, I take very little risks with this big... Oh, I see it over there. I see the big spice bloom over there. Yep, that's a big spice bloom. So this is kind of how you usually do it. You just keep your eyes out for that giant tree-like thing over there. That's a spice bloom. That's what we want. It's a big one. We're gonna be able to get a lot of spice there, but we need to be very careful. Because the sights are gonna be very limited inside of a spice bloom. So we're gonna have to pay close attention to our seismograph. Because the seismograph will tell us if there's a worm that's angry at us right now. What is the game's motive? I don't know, like to become like big Dune man. Well, you're basically just working your way up the tech tree and playing the story mode and like trying to make, I don't know, it's kind of a survival crafting kind of game, you know. So I guess like it's part about doing the stories and the quests, and part about becoming stronger and having better materials. Kind of the usual survival crafting thing. That's not a very big spice bloom, unfortunately. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Not super big. I would have preferred a bigger one. So there should also be like a rich island here. That might be this one because someone built a base here. That usually means that it's a rich island. Yeah, I see the resources. Oh yeah, this is a rich one. Yeah. Oh, this is a good island. Yeah, for resource gathering. I see why they built a base here. I am going to scan this area real quick. If I didn't forget to bring my launcher. I forgot to bring my probe launcher. Damn. Fuck. That's tragic. That's just a foundation, by the way. That's not a house, it's a foundation that someone built here. Check just north for scraps of the big one. Huh. Hang on. Oh. I think that, chat, you know, there is something about this game that I've heard of. I've never actually seen this, but I've heard that you can not just pull in small sandworms, but also really big ones. And I think that sand crater might be a really big one. Oh, it's not yet? Oh. Okay, let's check it out. We're gonna take the smaller sculptor for that, because this one is much... Like I said, this one is much more mobile. If we do draw the attention of a sandworm, we will have a better shot at escaping in this one. Like, from what I've understood, the assault copters with the booster are fairly well capable of escaping from sandworms, but I don't want to take any risk. Oh, this was a big blowout. Yeah, this was a big blowout. We might be able to get something out of this. It's mostly been cleared out already, but hey. There's still some tough stuff here. Call me the scrap master. I wonder if... Wouldn't it be interesting if small worms don't dare show up here because the big worm might show up? I think that would be very interesting. Yeah, so chat, right now in the center of my screen, below my visor, you can see my seismograph. That's it shows me if any worms are nearby. I need to keep a close eye on it. If it starts shaking like crazy... Hi Conscience, welcome back. If it starts shaking like crazy, it means that the worm is locked in on me. Like that. It's right there. So now, I flee. Like a coward. Because if I don't get enough height on this worm, it will snap my thopter out of the air. So I do need to make sure that I am actually, like, properly gone. Oh, you see that? It doesn't even want to enter the circle. It was gone immediately. Interesting. Huh. Cool. It just leaves. It just fucking leaves. It's like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. These are the ones that you really want, I guess. How are you doing today, Conscious? Just playing a little Dune Awakening here, trying to become the Lisan al-Kahib and such, you know. You know how it is. You know how it is when you just want to become the Lisan al-Kahib. Except you're like, you're not Paul. You're not the Kwisatz Haderach, so you have to do it yourself, you know. Do I have any anime recommendations? Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't really watched much anime recently, so... Oh, we're leaving. See how, by the way, see how far that thing sticks out of the sand? That is why even in a thopter you're not guaranteed to be safe. Like, you have to get up and leave and fucking try to make as much air as you can as soon as possible. But we're in like a safe area now. I think that the worm cannot actually get this high up, so I just have to wait for him to leave. And regarding anime recommendations, let me think. Well, I have like some old recommendations. Obviously, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like the one that I always recommend. That's just altogether a very solid one. The old stuff made by Gainax is still very good. Like Tengen Toppa is like fucking the classic of all classics. Such a good anime that just doesn't even care that it goes completely over the top, you know? I really like Tengen Toppa. And after you watch the Tengen Toppa anime, you also owe it to yourself to watch the movies, because the movies make like everything the anime does, the movies make it like go even further, even crazier, especially the second one. Which is a fucking insane movie, man. Such a good movie. Oh, it's gonna get harder to see the spies, unfortunately. I think that next time I'm gonna land in a different area. Let's go get her some. Oh. I like how it keeps showing up in the same spot. it's like, are you back? Are you there again? Come back here. It's like, you know, like a neighbor, like that neighbor game, except the neighbor is shaped like a giant worm. Okay, we're safe. Me and my friends were playing Hear Me Out, and my friend Mil said that worm, forget the name of the game. Dang, what? Sorry, I can't understand what you said. Was it that loud? Sorry, is the sound balance incorrect? Oh no, I said Tengen Toppa Guren Lagann. It's the one of the anime show with with Kamina, the guy with the anime glasses. It's like do the impossible, see the invisible, row, fight the power. It's like a legendary anime. Absolutely like legendary. And still just fucking holy shit. What a fucking show. What a fucking anime. Like it's borderline like a parody of like shonen anime about of mecha anime about going bigger and bigger and such, Oh fuck, game just hitched. God, if my game were to like crash or freeze or something, I would be so sad. Oh gosh, I will lose a lot if that happens. Hang on, chat. I'm gonna move the copter over here. Imagine bringing a sandcrawler into one of these areas. Imagine the amount of spice you could make over here. Fucking insane. Look there, that's more deep. It's very nice, very polite of the worm to give me plenty of time to leave every time he shows up. No, they're not always that polite. Sometimes worms attack really fast. Oh, check that out over there in western direction. There's another big blowout over there. That's very cool. Okay, as soon as we're done here, which is probably gonna be soon. Nah, we still got plenty of inventory left. So when we're done here, we'll go west and seek out that other blowout over there. And hang on, also let me type it out in the chat. Tengen Toppa Guren Lagann. That's the name of the anime that I recommend. Strong recommendation. Very strong recommendation. One of the fucking most batshit insane anime I've ever seen. That was Gainax at their peak. Like back when Gainax was known for making crazy over-the-top anime rather than insurance fraud. God, it's so... On one hand, it's really sad how Gainax was like fucking like buried into the ground by the insurance fraud and always being unable to like pay their bills and everything. On the other hand, most of the talent from Gainax is now working at the other... What's the studio called again? The people who made Kill la Kill? Oh, Kill la Kill! Also a really, really good anime. Strongly recommended, Kill la Kill. It does have a lot of fan service in it. By sheer nature of the way that it works, like the story and the rules and everything, it has fan service. But it's like, it kind of like how Tengen Toppa is like borderline a parody of mecha things. And I say borderline because it does take itself seriously. Like the actual story and the emotional beats and everything are serious. And it's the same in Kill la Kill. But it's kind of that the concept is deliberately made so ridiculous that it's like almost impossible to take it completely 100% serious. You know that kind of that JoJo thing, where on one hand, like the story and emotions in it are serious, but you can tell that like, oh, you're not supposed to take this 100% seriously. Like this has like a small wink. This like it's not a full-blown comedy. You know, that kind of level of stuff. That's the same with Kill la Kill and Tengen Toppa, you know. Like it's still a parody. Don't take it too seriously, but at the same time, like the emotional beats and everything are still there. If that makes sense. Where did the worm go? It fucking vanished. Bro, did you fall into a hole? There's so much spice still here, by the way. I actually genuinely don't think I think I don't actually genuinely don't need to like go anywhere else. There's so much spice here. And like big batches too of it. But sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Kill la Kill, a lot of fan service, because it's a show about clothes that give you power, but the clothes are also evil. So it's like evil power. So the best way to get power from the clothes is to wear special outfits made out of the clothes that maximize the power the clothes give you, but minimize the skin contact with the clothes. And there you already see it. If you have to minimize the skin contact, that means that you're gonna wear like revealing outfits, etc., etc. But most of like the skin that it shows and such, and that stuff, it's kind of played for laughs. Like it's kind of done where like the whole point is that it's more of a parody of that kind of concept. You know, like bikini armor. It's almost like a parody of that kind of stuff. It's just, I do kind of wish that the characters were not teenagers. You know. That's the stuff that makes it a little or most of the characters anyway. That's the one part about Kill la Kill that annoys me. I think it would the humor would have landed better if the characters were not most of the cast was not teenagers. But that's what you get with anime often. I might genuinely not even have to go to the blowout in the West. I actually, like, genuinely might just be able to fill up my entire Opter over here. That would be amazing. Just from the scraps. It's amazing, man, how much I'm getting from these scraps. Holy shit. I think, are we now empty? Yeah, no, chat, maybe we will see a round mouth while we're doing this as well, so I get to show you all what that looks like. And myself too, because I've never seen a round mouth. I don't even know if they're... By the way, this kind of... So, y'all remember that scene from Dune, the movie, where they're at the spice harvester, you know, and suddenly they get attacked by a sandworm and the ground starts shaking. So, again, I've never actually seen this myself, but from what I've heard, that exists in this game. And I think that if we spend enough time here, that sooner or later that's going to happen. So that we'll not just get like one of those worms, those like, you know, those segmented mouth worms, but if we're actually gonna get like one of the really big sandworms here and open up its mouth below us and try to swallow us whole in this whole place as well. At least that's what I've been told. I don't know if it... for all I know, it could be complete bullshit. It could just be like a myth that they tell newbies like me. But, you know, I'll believe it. Like, one of the things that kind of disappointed me when I saw this game was that while it took big inspiration from the Villeneuve movies, the sandworms were very obviously based on their... Oh, fuck. That one is fast. Shit, that one moved really fast. Holy shit. Did you see that? How quickly he dropped down and went after me? Oh my god, that could have gone very wrong if we hadn't been... if I hadn't gotten lucky there. genuinely, those things will snap you out of the air if you're not careful. But yeah, so I was saying, so you saw the sandworms that we've seen so far have like the 3 segment mouths from the design that they have in what was the guy called again? David Lynch. The David Lynch movie, they look like that. The 3 segments. And that is because while this movie takes inspiration from the David Villeneuve movies, it is not a one-on-one adaptation of them. Like it's not entirely the same. Why is my thing still going off? Oh, okay, there we go. God, that worm was really attracted to me. Holy shit. So I was kind of saddened by that because I was like, well, I do like the design and everything, but I missed the round mouth worms from David Villeneuve. I just saw it on the map again there. What's going on over there? But then I heard that, like, yeah, there is round mouths in this game. They're the really big ones. Like, they're the super big worms. So that's why I think that if we spend enough time here, that at some point the ground here is going to start shaking. Without a worm, like they told me in the Atreides chat that like if I'm not careful, that if I see the ground shaking without a worm appearing on the horizon, it means that the round mouth is about to show up. And when that happens, I think that what it's gonna do is it's gonna swallow this entire place, including all the spice probably. Would make sense, right, if that were to happen. So I kind of hope it happens, but also I hope I'll be able to get out in time if it happens, because I don't want to become worm food today. There's a time and a place to become worm food, and it's not when I'm just trying to build a carry-all. What do you mean, no matching items? Oh, I've not stored any sand in there yet, huh? Also, I feel like the amount of resources we reap are starting to go a little bit down, so I might switch my luck in another corner of these scraps, like over here. I kind of feel like it's going down. But yeah, I'm very happy with these, with the amount of resources I'm getting from this. I need to keep this in mind. Next time I need spice, I'm just gonna start looking for one of these giant blowouts. And gather that. It's probably about worm time. Yeah, I figured. I had this feeling that it was gonna be worm time. Okay, it's giving me time. I think that the speed of the worm attack depends on how much you pissed off the worm. God. Only the worms. And farming spice would be so easy if it weren't for the worms. Or are you still making noise? Get out of here. Shoo. Shoo. Me like making like hand gestures. Shoo. Shoo. Get out of here. Leave me alone. He's not gone yet. I need to be careful, actually. He might circle back around if I'm not careful. So my understanding, like, unless you like literally stand on top of a worm, the worm being near will merely mean that anything you do that like warrants a worm is gonna like. Basically, I think it acts as like a multiplier to the worm awareness, like the seismograph. But I don't think that. I think that they always warn you before a worm attack, as long as you don't like are standing literally on top of them. I could be wrong about that. But as far as I understand it, unless like if you are within a worm area, like first of all, whenever you're in an area where you're actually vulnerable to the worm, you'll see the seismograph. So as long as you don't see the seismograph, you're completely safe. You don't need to worry about the worm. If you do see the seismograph, and you draw in a worm, you'll get the warning first. Like the worm will pop out, make a lot of noise and everything. And then it will fly like at you. It will like start going directly for you, I think. But also, sometimes I see like worms pop out of the ground, make a lot of noise, and then disappear into the ground, and then instead of like moving, they just appear out of the ground a second time, like directly below the thing that they were trying to eat. And I've not entirely figured out yet, like, how it decides what to do. If that makes sense. So I've not figured out what will decide if the worm like just pops out below you, or if it like's gonna try to attack you, and then how much danger you are if it like tries to, if it like moves towards you instead of like popping out of the ground again behind you. So there's some stuff about the worm mechanics that I don't fully understand yet, because I don't want to experiment with the worms. Because if you experiment with a worm and you lose your ship. So I don't want to take any unnecessary risks, you know. Like for example, right now I've like made some noise. Is that worm gonna show up, or am I like good to like go back down? I think I'm probably good to go down back again and try to get her a bit more spice. Although we are on like a timer now, the worm is going to show up. As they say in Dune itself, the sandworm always shows up. It's only a matter of time. It is a very cool mechanic for a video game. And I don't really know what you could do to make the mechanic more intricate. Because anything that you do that makes the behavior of the worms more complicated means that it's going to be harder to deal with them. And that means more frustration if something goes wrong. Because like the whole thing is, well, if you lose against the worm, you lose a lot. Like you lose everything. They eat you. You know? So if you were to make the war mechanics more complicated, it means that you would have to... It means that you would have to make it less punishing. Man, you're spitting out a lot of sand over there, mister. Am I safe yet? Yeah, I'm safe. Man, I almost got all of the sand down there, all of the spice sand. Let me check, how are we doing in inventory space? Oh, we're doing pretty good. The Scout Copter does not have a lot of inventory, but the Assault Copter thankfully does. Where it's simple, I collect 600. Oh, see, they're talking about like gathering, they're talking about gathering fiber, because you need to like harvest plants to get fiber, and plants, not a lot of plants grow on the surface of Arrakis. Like the people here did introduce like some earth desert plants like thousands of years ago that have been doing pretty well here. It's kind of funny to think about that, like Dune is an old universe. People, like the whole thing with like the Butlerian Jihad and everything happened more than 10,000 years ago. And Dune has been inhabited for more than... Even like 10,000 years ago the Fremen already were on Dune. And already had like all of these technologies developed and everything. So this universe has like... the universe has gone through a lot already. There's a lot of history. And the fact that the Corino Empire and the current Landsraad system and the houses and such have existed for so long is kind of incredible. But I think it's also kind of part of the themes of Dune. The fact that humanity has kind of stagnated quite heavily. Like they develop new technologies and everything, but like not a whole... I guess that like humans have developed new technologies and everything, and they're like pretty technologically advanced and everything, but like as a society and everything, they've kind of been stuck in the same old Landsraad system and everything for like 10,000 years now. Like, human society has not really changed much in 10,000 years. And the plan of the Bene Gesserit, the ladies, that can like predict the future and tell if you're telling the truth and have the voice and everything, they want to like create like a leader who's able to lead humanity like away from stagnation into a new era and everything. It becomes very like the later Dune becomes very weird. Honestly, the stuff with Paul and Atreides and the original Dune and everything is probably the most coolest, the most interesting. The more I learn about like what later Dune is like, the more I'm like, what is this show? What is this series even about? Like, it's about, you know, cool desert planet and cool worms and cool spice and everything. That to me is the cool part. And all of the cool internal politics. Ooh. Oh, he's fast again. The cool internal politics of the universe. That's the stuff that I find cool about Dune. And fortunately, there's quite a lot of that in this game. Like, you don't see it, but the story is a lot about, like, intrigue between the factions, and you have to, like, please the Landsraad as either the Atreides or the... Sorry, I had to like communicate. I mean, they told me about the scraps here. It's only fair that I let them know that I've been picking those up. But when like an area is this big, you're gonna get a lot of scraps, you know. I wonder how much. By the way, another thing that I've been southeast of the G3, small spice below southeast of the G3. That's a good one to know. G8. Oh, really? I need to go check that out. This game has been doing pretty well again lately, chat. It's been getting a lot more active because of the, I think, the recent updates and the server merges and everything. It's cool to see. And I think that because it's like, it's now a year ago and it's getting warm, people are like... Honestly, them releasing this game in the middle of such a hot summer last year was such a good idea. Because you're right immediately in the mood. And the fact that they gave a very generous welcome back package has definitely helped. And of course, the PvE Deep Desert helped a lot. Like, man, this game is in a way better spot now than it was a year ago. It's kind of incredible. I really, I think that all the changes were for the best. Like, there is still a PvP version of the Deep Desert, and if you mine in the PvP version of the Deep Desert, you make 2.5 times the resources, so it's a much faster way to gather resources. But you do open yourself up to open PvP if you do that. And I feel like that is a better way to do it. Even though, like, it does kind of rob the game of the excitement of, like, yeah, oh, you need to go out there and expose yourself to other players if you, like, wanna do this. But you see, the thing is, open PvP games always sound so cool. You know? They always sound so cool. But in practice, it always ends up the same. Is the problem. I didn't mean to leave yet. How are we doing on fuel on this little guy over here? 36%. We're gonna have to refuel it. Hang on. Alright. How are you doing on fuel? Oh, you also need. You can also use some extra fuel. Fuck. The game is popping again. The game is very active again. It's just I don't know. Like, as someone who was ready to fucking drop this game, like only a few months ago. Wait, Bro. I didn't fucking want to relocate the vehicle. Oh my god, I almost... There's no way. I didn't like just fucking spend a lot of money, did I? I don't know. I know I have to check my footage if I accidentally wasted money just now. Doesn't matter, whatever. Man, every time I wanna like talk about something, the game mechanics interrupt me. Go in there. I need to see what that thing was about. Ow. Yeah, there's been a bunch of spice blowouts there, it feels like. There's one not too far away from here. Alright, thank you, Big Crater. You did good. There's a small blowout over there, but I don't even know if it's going to be worth it, to be honest. I'm not the only one gathering spice right now anyway, so... Oh, there's only a small blowout. Is it even worth it? That's a... over there is a much bigger blowout. That might be much more worth it, actually. I could go for this one real quick. This one is closer. I have no idea how far away the other one is. You know what? I might as well quickly go get some from this one as well. Why not? Let the big guys move into that one over there. You're watching my streams? Thank you, I appreciate hearing that. You love how I swear? That I've never heard that before. Dag nabbit. Dag nabbit. This is a very small spice blowout, so this will hopefully be easy to quickly all do this. Oh, by landing in this kind of way, I did kind of do it in such a way that my own damn copter keeps getting in the way. What was I even thinking? Wow. This is a very small blowout. Let me in. Fly. Flee, you fool! Okay, good. I got very nervous there for a second. I felt like it took way too long to get off the ground, but we're safe now. Hey, that's good to know though. That's... See, this is why I'm so happy that they made the Deep Desert PvE friendly. Because it takes so much longer for worms to show up in the desert that you can actually do something like this. Like one of those small blowouts. You can just go there with your thopter and your static compactor and just do basically the whole thing in a single go. And you also have the big blowouts, which gives you way more spice. This made the end game so much more accessible if you don't want to do PvE. Sorry, PvP. If you don't want to do PvP. Which is, it's unfortunate for the PvP and everything, as I said, and it does kind of like take away from that coolness, but on the other hand, people can actually play now. You know? And given that people are like actually returning to the game, I think that this was the right choice to do this. brought so many people. This and all of the other updates brought so many people back. There's another spice blowout over there. Jesus, it never ends. Oh, that's still the same one, by the way, actually. Okay, I need to start picking up spice. I'm not gonna make this fancy. I'm just gonna pick it up. The furthest one away, the ones that are furthest away first. I would be interested to see how this works in like the back end, how they code this, because there is some kind of code that decides how much spice is in any particular spot and how much you pick up. Like, for example, you can see that the amount of spice I pick up every time I pick up one of these piles, it's... Even though that was like deep purple, the amount of spice I'm actually getting from this pile is way smaller than I got from the scraps of the big one. So the big one is still the best one, honestly. I see a sandstorm appearing on the horizon, I think. That's not... I'm not happy with that. That might be... I might be safe on that. I don't know. Am I safe from that? I don't think I'm safe from that. That's a big sandstorm. Oh, no, it's moving past me. I'm safe here. Yeah, you see how that sandstorm is moving? Wow, that sandstorm is so big I cannot even see it on the map yet. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's a 3. Moving in from... God, did you see that, chat? We are literally on the edge of that sandstorm. If we were in that, we would be in trouble. That's like a... Oh. We're literally right on the edge of that. Hang on. Is my... Please tell me my thing is not in trouble. Okay, it's not taking damage, I think. It's not taking damage, yeah. Oh, we are... Yeah, but we are fucking right on the edge of that. Holy shit, that's so fucking funny. I don't think I've ever been so perfectly on the edge of a sandstorm before. Man, that little blowout gave us almost nothing. How are we looking in terms of spice? 2,500. So that's 25 spice, 50 spice. With this we will be able to craft the big spice refinery. But not much more than that. And getting out of a sandstorm in the deep desert sounds like a pain in the ass. Is there even any point in following it? I think it might have cleared away. It almost definitely cleared away the big pile of spice up there. G9, F9, G9. Yeah, I think it got rid of the giant pile. Sandstorms delete like surface sands, unfortunately. They eliminate it, so sadly, there won't be not much left. No, they're still there. Huh. But the spice is probably going to be gone, unfortunately. Can I still see the giant spice blowout somewhere? No. Alas. I mean, I can go do a quick check just to make sure. Let's see, which direction is this place in? It's up there. I'll do a quick check just to make sure that like the spice is actually gone over there. Hang on, go a little bit higher before you overheat. Oh yeah, the giant crater's still there. I need to wait until the sandstorm is gone before I can see the spice blow out again, unfortunately. Is drill on? The funny drill? Are you talking about the funny drill? I should probably cover up the chat actually, you know, like I do in Final Fantasy, but honestly, I feel like the chat in this game has been a lot nicer. It's been generally pretty nice. Wow, the scraps are still here. And so I thought that Sandstorms deleted surface spice sand and everything, but I guess they don't. Do I want to keep doing this? I don't know. My ship is far from full. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly park you over here. Let's see if I can get you in a sheltered position. I always try to like put the... When I park my Thopter, I try to put it in a place where it's... Yeah, okay, it's sheltered here. That means that if the worst comes to worst and we're dealing with a sandstorm, at least the Thopter will not take as much damage as it otherwise would. So, one of the best tips I can give you, chat, is that vehicles will also have a sheltered status. And you can see that on the right instead of the left. And if you park your vehicle in a sheltered place, and a sandstorm goes over it, like with a level 1 sandstorm it takes no damage. I don't know what it does with the deep desert sandstorms though. It might still take damage since those are a lot more intense, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? There's only so much you're gonna do. You can do about it. Okay, I hope that if I go more to the center now, that I'll A, get more spice, but B, will still have enough time to leave from the sandworm. I can't believe I swept up like almost an entire small blowout in a single cycle, but also it gave me almost no spice. The small blowouts are barely worth the effort, man. Compared to the big ones. God, man. You know, I did mention, like, I think that like having a simple resource multiplier for the PvP deep desert is a good idea, and I 100% think that's the case because I'm actually thinking about it, chat. I'm actually thinking about going into the PvP deep desert, just because I'll be able to gather 2.5 as much there. It will make spice gathering so much faster. Oh. No, it spawns about the same distance away from me. It just does it no longer on the edge of the crater. It spawns like farther away now. It spawns between the dunes. Oh, there's the spice blowout. I see. West to north, but exactly between west and northwest. Almost approximately. You know what? We're gonna go. I'm gonna go dip back down. I'm gonna gather the remaining spice on the floor there, and then we're going over there. I wanna check out that one. I might be able to actually get more spice over there than over here. Shoo! Get out of here! I have stuff to do. I need to keep a better eye on these big spice blowouts. They're really good. Even if they're just scraps, they're really good. I've seen one of these one time before, and the only reason why I found it this time was because a guy told me literally about it. Into Papa. Chat, it's so fucking warm in my office, man. It's so bloody warm. Bloody warm is what I say, both when it's warm and when the worm shows up. Bloody worm works in 2 different ways for Dune. Oh, no spice sand? Okay. I didn't want the spice sand anyway. Let's go grab the big thopter. And we'll go to north to northwest. So that it was... Man, that's exactly the direction the sandstorm was headed. So, basically, the sandstorm bit obscured from view. That's why I couldn't see it earlier. I love the moons. I really like how big and visible the moons are. There's actually like a lore thing with the moons where the 2 moons have such a fucked up magnetic field that they fuck up any compass on like the planet. So the Fremen actually had to make their own special compasses called paracompasses that are able to like deal with the weird fucking gravity of the moons. And they mention like in the explanation that like magnetic north on Dune is rarely like true north. It's kind of similar to Earth in that way, where the magnetic North Pole on Earth is not the same as the geographic North Pole, but they're not super far apart from each other. Like it's good enough that at most places on Earth you can navigate by magnetic north without getting into trouble. And on Dune that's like a lot harder to do. Actually, I wonder if someone ever like figured it out how to like actually build something like that. Like I kind of doubt that Paul Herbert did that. You can hear the sandworm. I like how you can always hear the sandworms. Also, chat, I've decided I'm going to turn the music down a bit further. Because I just realized the music is kind of loud. So we're gonna go do it more like we do it in when I play SnowRunner, where to really make it background music, you know. Hi, Blue Goggle Wolf, welcome in. I need to check out the interactive map that they gave me earlier. I really want to do more stuff with the deep desert now that it's much easier to do stuff here. This area is... This is like the real Dune experience, you know? Like, flying around in the fucking middle of the fucking desert, surrounded by sandworms and like rich resources and shit. Hang on, let me copy that link that he gave me a little while ago. Dune... no, that's not what I want to do. Dune Gaming Tools Deep Deserts. Ah, I see. That's cool. It actually, yeah, it really is an interactive map. Oh, wow! Holy shit. This is amazing! So let's see, North America. See, there are in-game mechanics to like share information about the deep desert and everything, which people like very quickly people were commented like, okay, look, we all know people are just gonna make like interactive maps of this, and that's a big spice blowout, by the way. Holy shit, that's a really big one. That's a really big one. Joker, there's so much spice, Joker. Joker! It's not illegal if it's with a sandworm, Batman. Joker, no! Oh, this island is pretty rich in resources as well, by the way. Yo! Actually, genuinely, this might be a good hair harvesting island. Hang on, get in there. Yeah, okay, now you're sheltered. I cannot land here! Oh. There's no way I'm actually stuck. Bro? Oh, fuck it. It's good enough. You know, I think I'm gonna put it in another place. This is not a good place. Like, right there. I'm the world's greatest thopter pilot, y'all. And I will not hear anything else. I will not accept it. Look at that, right next to the blowout. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Hi Demon, welcome in. That... Who's farting? Desert is farting at me. Yo, check out all of that spice, yeah boy. Oh, this is the spot, yeah. Just need to be mindful. If we hear a worm, we need to get the fuck out of here. Like that. So do I get the bonus, the spot the worm sign spotter bonus? It's kind of like it's very mean of them to have like this giant plume. You do need this to be able to see the big spice blowouts, but also it's really mean because they completely obscure the worms. You cannot see if the worm is already gone or not until it appears on the other side of the plume. Wait, we're in H6 now. Oh fuck, we're not done yet. We're not safe yet. The worm is still pissed off at me. Bro, leave me alone. Get out of here. The mouse is live, I'm a stoat. You know this. You know I'm a stoat, man. No, don't pretend you don't. Why is this worm still on my ass? The fucking seismograph is still going crazy. There we go. Yeah, I know about the high fuel consumption. The worm being like, I'll catch ya, I'll catch ya. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. Alright, let's go grab our bounty here. Oh, 51! Yo! Oh, that... God, so much fucking spice here. I'm just gonna, like... I'm gonna completely fill up the assault copter. And only then I'm gonna go back home. Because that will be like a fucking metric ton of spice. Okay, hang on. Stoats are supposed to be cute. I'm cute, bitch. I'm adorable. I'm fucking adorable, bitch. Music makes you want to play Cuphead again. You know, Cuphead, my big shame, chat, is I've tried to play Cuphead and I've concluded I am terrible at Cuphead. Like, I am really bad at Cuphead, unfortunately. It's the game I wish I was good at, but I just don't have fun playing it. And that's completely on me. Like, it's completely entirely on me. I'm just not good at it. I much prefer watching other people play it. Because the cool thing about watching other people play Cuphead is that you can, like, fully appreciate all of the... You can like fully appreciate all the little animations and everything when you're all watching other people play it as well, and like full attention to the music. So I'm fine with being like a Cuphead enjoyer who just like watches other people play it and listen to the music and everything. Jesus Christ! He's making a lot of noise. I feel like I only just barely got away just now. I'm replaying Undertale again? I mean, that's fair. Undertale is one of those games that, yeah, you can give it a replay every now and then. It's good thing about Undertale is it's not super long. Oh god. Wait, how am I overheated? Huh? I've never seen that before. How did my machine overheat? Is it because I was inside of the cloud? That's so weird. I've never seen that before. Is it just that warm in here? Huh. Weird. Never seen that before. I beat every run, but I remembered I had it installed, so I had to do it again. Including the Genocide run. The Genocide run is the one run I was never able to finish. Like, I probably could have done it if I really put my mind to it, but man, I was... I don't know. Like, the whole point of the Genocide run is that it goes against everything that the game is about. Like, that's the point of the run, but just, like, it still, like... It just felt so unnatural doing it, that I was like, you know what, I don't think I actually care that much about the Genocide run. Like, the game is right, why would... Just because I can doesn't mean that I have to do it. Just doing it again. That's true, the Sans fight is a very fun fight, yeah. The other big fight of the Genocide run against Undyne the Undying is also a very good fight. Like, the Genocide run does have some really good fights, and it does show certain characters from like different angles that you would never, that you don't see them in at all during the regular playthrough. Genocide is your favorite run? Damn. I guess you are Monokuma. Oh, another spice blowout. Alright, we're going to go back down and grab those over there. I do like seeing like the big bite that I took out of this plate. Let me check. Okay, we're still got plenty of room left. I am going to go in, grab that pile over there. I feel like there's a limit to the amount of spice that even my thing can like collect, because you see how that little spot there is like, it's like cleaner. So it means that it directed more spice around it. It might actually genuinely be worth it to upgrade to another tier of spice gatherer, but then again, at that point, I just kind of want to like focus on getting the carry-all right now. And then we should, in theory, never have to do this again, because we'll just be able to take a sandcrawler in. You know? And I'm gonna have to practice. Once I have the carriole and we have a sandcrawler, I am going to practice the shit out of very quickly dropping. I'm going to practice the shit out of quickly dropping and quickly picking the sandcrawler up, because I don't want to take any risks. I don't want to lose a sandcrawler. Monster Kid is the best character, second is Kara, third is Gegor. Pacifist is your least favorite? Damn. And you're kind of missing the whole point of Undertale, though. We got Hatchlord over here in the chat. Kara is not even a character, though. Like, the whole point of Kara is that they are like... They're like the personification of someone who just wants to see all of everything that the game has to offer, basically. Wants to squeeze the game for everything that they're worth. Like, they're kind of deliberately not really a character. Okay, look, I will not judge anyone for their opinions on Undertale. I don't want to be like that kind of fan, you know. But like, I just like, I don't know, the genocide route is deliberately made to be kind of like unfun, you know. The genocide route is like a statement. It's kind of like how Drakengard is like fundamentally not a fun game to play, because it's trying to make a statement. Oh, fuck. I might lose some spice. Yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yo. Because my thopter is full. I should have paid more attention. Actually... No. Oh, perfect. Almost perfect amount. We're only gonna lose a very small amount. Okay, where did I park the big one? Drakengard is another one of those games that I will probably never play it myself, but I do really enjoy watching people who care a lot about Drakengard play the game, because it's interesting to hear them talk about it. You know? Drakengard is a very interesting game. Let's see, how far are we to a full cargo hold? I hope we're close. Let me see. Oh, yeah, we are getting pretty close now. Let's see, how much room do we have? So 375. We have 2,000 in total. 2,000 in total. I think we can fit a little bit under another stack. 2,500 to 275. 172, 264. Okay, hang on. Let me quickly. I'm gonna pull out the calculator for this one just to make sure that I don't miscalculate anything. 227. So we can bring like 1,600 or something, including a full inventory of our own. So we do have some room left. How long have I been streaming? Technically I'm coming up on 2 hours, but I had to interrupt the stream because of a problem, so the timer only shows 1 hour and 47 minutes right now, so we're coming up on the 4-hour mark. We started with a collab today, but like the collab, it's like the game was is in early access and it was very buggy. It crashed a bunch, and this YouTube stream didn't start up properly, so I decided. So when we were done and I switched to another game, I decided I'm just gonna like interrupt the stream and try to fix the YouTube stream real quick. The horizontal stream is up on the channel, in the VODs. The problem is that the vertical stream did not properly Like, there's no vertical stream of the first half of today's stream, basically. Because it broke. It's sad. But, you know, the vertical streams are mostly for people to watch and hang out live. The horizontal streams are the ones I really need for archive purposes. So, as long as the horizontal stream is fine, that's the most important thing for me. Sami slobbered all over your face. He had like peanut butter on your face. I kind of look. I both love and hate it when dogs are like very affectionate. You know, like it's nice and all for a dog to be affectionate, but also it's like, bro, can you stop licking me for like 5 seconds? Like my grandmother used to have a dog that was like extremely affectionate and would be constantly licking you and everything. And it was cute, but it was also like, bro, come on. Oh, the worm can still hear us, by the way. We need to be a bit careful. It's still fairly close. We can probably get up to like 1600 sand or something. I think that sounds about right, 1600 sand or so before we're full. And then of course we have our own inventory space. But yeah, chat, if you've ever wondered what endgame Dune gameplay looks like, you're picking up sand. That's endgame Dune, baby. I need to make like a meme of this. It's like someone like picking up sand or something with their hand. And like, yo, this gameplay is fire. Could you imagine if we had sandworms on Earth? Oh! Flee, you fool! Could you imagine if we had sandworms on Earth? Don't want a female dog that humps the male dog. Yeah, dogs will do that. I had bunnies like that. Like, we had a male and a female bunny. We wanted to get 2 female bunnies, but we accidentally got a male and a female one. Like, they lied to us, basically. And the male bunny was like the fucking laziest fucking bunny I've ever had, like ever seen. He was so fucking lazy. He just wanted. He was like Hakuna Matata personified. But the female bunny, like she kept trying to hump him, and we were, my brother and I, we were very young still, but we did kind of understand those kind of concepts, you know. Like we're also not that young, and so we were like don't think that's how it works. I think that you're doing it the wrong way around. We ended up giving those bunnies away to a local children's farm. Oh! Did you see that? I did not notice. I didn't notice the fucking seismograph was still going off. Holy shit. I was not paying attention. This is the danger of me streaming this game. I get so into the groove that I forget to pay attention. God. That could have ended so poorly, chat. I got really lucky there that the worm didn't show up again. No, 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 no. What are you doing? Okay. I think that we have hit the capacity of the assault copter now. Yeah, about half of it is left. So I'm gonna call it out. But I think that I can literally not bring any more spice with me right now, so... Let's see, how far can we get with this? Yeah, okay, so now, oh, look at all that spice. We got so much spice on this mission, man. Okay, that's almost... I see, I could go and get a little bit more, but man, I really don't want to. It's good enough, it's good enough. It's good enough. We're going home. Let's go home, chat, and let's start refining all of this. This spice is not going to be done anytime soon, by the way. Unfortunately, it takes a very long time for spice to refine. I need to go south. She is hanging on to you, watching the show. Are you all having fun watching it? Is it? It's probably super warm for you. I don't exactly know where you are. You don't need to tell me, but I'm gonna assume it's pretty warm for y'all too. And this reminds me of like this game came out a year ago in the middle of a very warm summer, and back then it was also like this really takes me back to playing this game when like my office was so fucking warm, because my office is really fucking warm right now. And it doesn't help that this game is like, it's very pretty, but holy shit, my computer gets so warm running this. And that does not help the conditions in this office. Fuck, I'm gonna open the door. It means that the warmth is gonna like leak out into the rest of the house, but at least I will be a little bit more manageable over here. After stream wraps up, which I don't know when I'm gonna wrap up stream, it's probably not gonna be for a while yet, but after stream wraps up, I am going to open my window. Chat, it's sad, but I do have to keep, I try to keep my window closed when I stream, because I tend, like, because people outside will be able to hear me otherwise, and I don't want that. But it does mean, like, at a moment like today, that, like, man, I wish I could open, during the day, I need to keep the windows closed, because it's gonna be more warm, it's gonna be warmer outside than inside. But during the evening, when it cools down, is when I really wish... What? Bro? Oh, he's going after that little... Here, check this out. You see that thing over there near my cursor? There. You see it vanish? The worm ate it. I think. We're probably outside of the draw distance. Oh no, it's doing something else. Oh, someone else is doing the same thing. See that? Someone else is doing the same thing I was doing over there. Yeah, there must be another spice blowout over there. But yeah, this is like the perfect game to play when it's really warm, because it fits. Makes you feel like you're actually on Arrakis. Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to just deliver this and go back and keep going, but I don't know. I do try to pace myself a little bit with this game, because it can get so incredibly grindy. And there will be more spice blowouts in the future, so I might just stick with other things. But I love the booster. Such a good upgrade for this ship. You think that does that island look kind of resource rich to y'all? This might be the island I've been looking for. Sector E6. Yeah, wait a second. There are a lot of nodes on this island. This might be one of the islands I've been looking for. Huh. Hang on, chat. I need to make a quick... No, it's not as resource rich as I was hoping it would be. But I do have a little trick here. I have a resource scanner under this copter that I can use to scan this whole little island for resources. Like this. Ta-da! So now all of this should show up on my map. Yep, there we go. Oh, perfect. Check that out. Stradivium mass, Stradivium mass, Stradivium mass, I mean. These names are so stupid. Yeah, I know you're low fuel. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's go. I barely use the regular engine when I'm in the assault copter. Like I really only use the engine to like hang in the sky stationarily when I used the assault copter. Like to be honest, for most of my other travel, I used the jet engine. I'm basically one of those planes that can like you know those planes that can like hover in the air. I'm basically one of those. Oh shit! Another spice blowout. This one looks like a small one though. It's not really worth going there. And there's another small spice blowout over there. Man, I wish that these small spice blowouts were more worth it. They might be worth it with a sandcrawler. I guess you would be able to just like sweep them up in like a few seconds. Chat, did y'all see that we broke the 420 subscribers on YouTube? 420, baby, blaze it! Also, the Aladdin video broke 200 views, and the Pacific Drive video that I posted a year ago has hit 800 views, which I am very excited about. But that was the first time I made a long-term video. Like before the Pacific Drive video, I had no idea if I could even do it, if I could even make like a longer video. And that video kind of proved to me, like, yeah, I can do it. Like, regarding the actual quality of the video, that's of course subjective, you know, if you like it or not. I'm quite proud of it, but I would totally understand if someone would be like, I don't really like this video. That would be very fair. I hope people will like it though, and I have gotten positive responses on it. And I'm very happy that it hit 800 views. God, the real dream is for it to break 1,000 views. That would be like the real dream. But man, 800 is already so many more. When I posted that video, I was like, I'll be happy if this gets 50 views. So for it to like, it got like to 700 within like a month or something. It blew up like crazy. And I'm actually like, I'm currently working on a video that I wanted to have finished before the end of the week, which I don't know if I'm gonna make that. But I actually should be working on it right now instead of playing this game, but you know. And wait, worm? Worm? the worm ate something. Or someone. Huh. Weird worms. Weird ass worm. Stay away from me. So we're still here. I forgot the time because I was watching us and focusing on you. Yeah. The power of hyper-focusing. Is what I need to finish if I still want to finish that video. Chat, have I told you all that I'm going to... yeah, I've brought this up before, but on Saturday I'll be in Rotterdam for TwitchCon. Mostly to meet up with friends there. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really... Like, TwitchCon itself, I don't really know what they're gonna have there. And TwitchCon itself is not the primary reason why I'm going to Rotterdam. I'm just like, I'm excited to meet some people in real life, you know. TwitchCon is just a good opportunity to do that. The con itself... I don't really have any major expectations from it. I don't really know what TwitchCon is about. I guess like probably Streamlabs will be there and some big creators that I'm gonna assume that most of the creators at TwitchCon I will probably not have heard of because I'm not super in tune with who's currently big on Twitch, you know. But I think it's gonna be fun. Just hang out with people, and it's gonna be in Rotterdam, and Rotterdam is a nice city. That's also gonna be fun. Maybe you're safe, maybe not. I don't think anything is gonna happen. Hopefully, probably. But I've been to Gamescom. And Gamescom is like a very well organized, very well structured con. But also, it's so fucking busy there. There's so many people at Gamescom. That it's like almost impossible for like... You know, like something like that will never go completely perfectly. Incidents will happen at a con like that. It's almost inevitable that they will. I kind of regret not going to, not signing up for Final Fantasy FanFest this year, because I was kind of hesitant about it because I had nobody to go with, and that's still true this year. But from what I've heard, like, FanFest in America last time, the Dawntrail FanFest was a disaster, apparently. But apparently this year, it was really good, really well done. And the part of that is that last year it was in Las Vegas at a venue that was complete dog shit. Like I've heard the stories of people that like the people who like the people there of the venue, they did not care. The security did not care. They didn't do anything. They were very haphazard and everything. And apparently the venue where they went this year in Anaheim is like a famous venue that like does BlizzCon as well. And they were apparently extremely professional, like extremely experienced. They took their jobs extremely serious and everything. So it was like a breath of fresh air compared to the last FanFest. And I don't know how the European FanFest was last year. I think it was better than the current one. But it just kind of give me hope that those FanFests will be better and more fun and everything. So it just kind of made me go like, man, I wish that I knew people who were going to FanFest. But I would go there in a heartbeat if I knew anyone else who was going. But FanFest is much more specific for one game, you know. It's fine. You're there for Final Fantasy 14. So I joined the Discord when I get to be a mod. You're very presumptuous. Making some big assumptions there, mister. Okay, hang on, let's, first of all... okay, we'll make the smaller one as well. I just want all of the sand in here. I'm gonna have to make, like, a much bigger storage for these things. And I'm gonna need a lot more water as well. See, I assume you're done? Yeah, we'll turn you off. That barely gave me any extra power, so never mind. Oh, we have plenty of power. Okay, let's take a look. So I've been thinking a lot about how I want to approach this. Let me check out. We can make 139 spice sand, and we have 102 right now. But in order to make the more efficient refinery, I need 130. I need 32 more spice. I need 33 more spice to make the more efficient refinery, and I think this is super worth it because this more efficient refinery is going to give us way more spice for $1, and I just think that we're going to be super happy once we build it. Because as you saw, chat, you just saw me. I've been collecting spice for like almost 2 hours at this point. I have a full batch of it. You saw it's a bit risky, but most of it is just kind of going up and down, bouncing up and down, playing chicken with the worm. So it's not like it's super hard to do. It's just very time consuming, and you have to keep paying attention because you don't want to get eaten by the worm. So I think I would rather have more efficiency. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna craft 33 spice melange exactly. Thanks for that. What do you mean? Once we have 33 spice, and this is going to take a long time to refine, by the way. This is not going to get finished before the end of the stream. The big problem is going to be water, because spice refining takes a fucking ton of water, especially once we have the bigger refinery. We're going to be bulk refining spice, and that's going to take even bigger chunks of water all at once. Like, this already takes like fucking 750 water for one spice. Spice is so fucking expensive. Actually, let me quickly do the math. Hold on. I need to quickly check how expensive this recipe is on water. Is Rose record time? Sorry? I think you made a typo. Dune Awakening Spice Melange. Medium spice refinery requires 700 milliliters of water. Wait a second. 750 milliliters of water? I don't know if these recipes are accurate. Is this the real time? I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. But, well, these refine processes take place in real time. If that's what you mean. Oh, you mean the stream? You're in the vertical stream now. I don't know exactly how big the delay is. I think I know is YouTube has a bigger delay than Twitch, unfortunately. YouTube is like up to 10 seconds behind, and Twitch is usually between like 2 seconds or something behind. I don't know why. It's just how the technology works. And like, I know that YouTube like brags about their low times and everything, but man, it used to be much better, much worse in the past. Both YouTube and Twitch. Like, I know that like Twitch, I think Twitch used to have a much bigger delay than it does nowadays, because Mixer, it was a big delay, a big difference? Oh, could be, yeah. I don't know, the vertical stream might actually have a smaller delay because it's vertical. And the vertical streams show up in the shorts feed, so they might actually want to make them much faster, you know. So chat, the way that this works is, I am currently broadcasting 2 different streams to YouTube. Horizontal and a vertical stream. Horizontal uses YouTube's existing infrastructure for streams and everything. The vertical stream will show up in the shorts feed. YouTube is really trying to push that. That's why I started using it. Because, well, simply for me it means more discovery, more viewers, but also more people to hang out with, interact with, you know. Like, a lot of people I've met recently thanks to the vertical streams. But so I could see YouTube be like, we need to lower the latency of the vertical streams because we want people to interact more through those. YouTube is probably trying to outmaneuver Twitch on the vertical streams because Twitch is falling behind with that stuff. And I see like I can see YouTube like really trying to push that to become big in that field. Let me join the Discord. Were you not already in the Discord? We just talked about it. You said you joined the Discord. I mean, you can join the Discord, but like that whole thing about I joined the Discord, can I now be a mod? That's not how it works. Like just because you're in the Discord does not automatically mean you're gonna become a mod. Chat, okay, I'm not gonna wait for this. This is gonna take a long time, chat. This recipe takes, can I see how long this takes? According to this website, I think might be inaccurate. It says 3 minutes per spice. Yeah, 3 minutes per spice. And then the other one is 6 minutes, 7.5 minutes, I see, for 10 spice. It is faster, yeah. 3 minutes per spice. So 3 minutes times 31 means 1.5 hours before this is done. Yeah, so 1.5 hours before we can build the medium refinery and go refine our spice in that. In other words, that's gonna be a while, so we need to focus on something else first before we do anything else. Which is fine, because there's always something else that needs doing around here. Like I also need more plastanium if I'm gonna have to start like gathering resources for the next thing on the agenda. After we build the big refinery, which we're gonna be able to do now, we need to make this thing. This is the Advanced Vehicle Fabricator, and you can actually see we have enough spice melange for this already right now. So we will be able to make this soon. After we build the medium spice refinery and refine the rest of our spice, we will be able to make this thing. The only thing we need now is industrial pumps, so that's going to be our next target probably. Hang on, I'm getting ping. How did I get ping? Oh, I got ping because of it. Ping. Pinga. Pinga, pinga. Hang on, where do I get industrial pumps from again? Over here, right? Yeah, Sentinel City. Oh god, Sentinel City. Yeah, I remember that place. Oh lord. Okay, I'm gonna need armor for this. I am not going into Sentinel City without armor. That place is dangerous. It's a very good place to like get certain components, but it's a dangerous place. There's a few other resources that we can probably use more of, and I need to do more wreck diving in the deep desert as well, because I've noticed that there are a lot of components that spawn in the little wrecks in the deep desert. Like there's the big wrecks, the static wrecks that are like mini dungeons, and you have the little wrecks that spawn on open sands that are like, those are risky because worms can reach them and will eat them sooner or later. Why am I here? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I need fuel. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I'm gonna have to throw another body in here as well. See, I wonder which one of these is the most fuel efficient. So this is 20 fuel, 40 fuel. I would have to check that out. I don't know which one of these is the most efficient one to make. I assume it's the large vehicle fuel cell. It's the most space efficient, I think. I need to like make so many refactors to this base, man. There's so much stuff about this base that needs to be laid out much more efficiently. This base grew from like a tiny 3x3 space. It's been getting bigger and bigger. If you're gonna sleep and eat, stay safe. I love you, I will support. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we need more water as well, so... I'm actually like starting to... I'm running a bit low on corpses. I'm gonna have to do another corpse run soon. Water. I want some water. Give me some water. Extract water. There's some good water. Oh, I forgot to put the filter back in. That's okay. I'll just quickly go fill it. And after I'm done refilling it, I'm probably just gonna throw the fuel cell into the big one. Here we go. Oh, I could have used this one. That's okay. Fuel cells I'm never too worried about the amount of space that they take up, because it's literally... You bought your friends and told them to sub? Thank you. Yeah, tell your friends that there's like a crazy steampunk stoat man who has seen the Dune miniseries from the early 2000s. Huh? Was there a Dune miniseries? Is that one of those Canadian things that have very little to do with the actual source material? Oh god, I need to go to Sentinel City. What am I doing here? Chad, have you all seen the Dune movies? And if you have you seen the Dune series? I forgot to bring my... I need to bring my cutaway. There might be stuff in there that I need to cut open, so I need to bring my cutaway. Fortunately, I live right there. Wait, Liv Tyler was in the Dune miniseries? Dune used to be an RTS, huh? Like Dune 2, I think, is very famous. Man, Dune is such a weird property. It's been around for so long. There have been so many attempts at like to cash in on it, and only after the Villeneuve movie, it's like it really took off. It's been known for a long time. It's been popular for a long time. But that movie, that's really the one that made it like widely accessible in a way that it never has been before. It's still a miracle that Villeneuve pulled that off. There it is, my cutaway. Chad, I already had to remake this cutaway once because I lost the first one I made. It was so tragic. It was awful, tragic. Alexa. Alexa, play a tragic song for me, please. Actually, no, don't do anything, Alexa. I don't want you listening in on what I'm doing. Can I maybe just land over here? It would be very funny to literally land on their landing pad. There we go. Fuck. Now don't waste your fucking... Really? Oh my god. Please die. Ah! Oh my god, this is not going very well. Ah! Oh god. She finally dead? Oh, thank god. Okay, that didn't go very well. I don't like the combat in this game very much, chat. I'm not good at it. You know what? I forgot to bring a device to pull blood out of them. That would have been very useful right now, but that's okay. I'll just take the bodies instead. It does take 50 minutes per body, but bodies are a very good source of water in this game. Remember, it's just a video game. It's just a video game. Alright, let's go gather the stuff we actually want. Not that. It looks like an ATM. No, thinking machines are illegal. Like, computers are illegal in this universe. Like, literally, not just illegal. They're, like, super illegal. They violate one of the fundamental, what do you call it again? You know, those things in the Bible that say, like, the 10 rules you should never break. I forgot the names of them. What they call them. Commandments. Like, they literally created a new commandment in this universe that says, thou shalt not create a machine in the likeness of a human mind. But nevertheless, I do remember, one of the things I remember, one of the twists I remember from the earlier story, is you encountering a computer in like Fremen ruins. They had a computer in one of their ruins. Like a really old ancient computer that they've been using for stuff. Which I don't know if that had like any kind of basis in like the books or anything. If they actually had like computers. There might have been something in one of the books, or they just made it up. I don't know. I wonder what these things are. I've never found a use for the compressors. I don't know what you need them for. I think that they have something to do with like certain weapons, but I don't know. Light caliber compressor. Like, it says caliber. That's what makes me wonder if they are some way useful for weapons. But I don't know. Unequip, customize. What if I try to customize my weapon? Oh shit! I didn't know that. Oh, that's a cool skin, yo. Yo, fuck it. I'm using that skin. Yo, that looks sick. I should check my customization options more often. Let's see, what can I customize you into? Oh, same story. Yo! Oh, that looks cool. With an engraving and everything on it? I'm not going to transport every single last body out of this dungeon. I'm mostly here for the industrial pumps. I think that I can ignore those people. Like, most of the loot is going to be in this part of the cave. The Sentinel City has several entrances. This is one of the bigger mini dungeons like this. Fuck. Well, where did the other one go? I feel like I'm missing someone. No, that was you, wasn't it? You were the other one. Fortunately, there are a lot of chests here. No industrial things in you, unfortunately. I think you can also buy these from like merchants, but that costs money and I don't have a lot of money. I need the money I have to buy expansions for the base. Because holy shit, I need to make that base bigger. I'm gonna have to fit so much stuff into that base. It's probably gonna end up becoming the new guild base. Although, like, I'm a big proponent of like everyone like building their own houses and bases and shit, so that we're not dependent on a single player. I can... Ah, there's a big one there. I'll just keep shooting you. Keep poisoning you. Ah. Ah, fuck. I'm on fire. Put it out. Put it out. Actually, don't know if there's anything else you can do to put fire out other than if it's... I don't know if that's just an animation or if your character's actually putting fire out. Hey, yo, check that out. I don't think there's anything else around here, but now we can enter this room, and this one does have the mother load. Check that out. Yo. I don't know. Do I even want to take the house Gruda? I can probably recycle it, but it's gonna be the first thing I remove if I run out of stuff. Basically. Yeah, I'll take this and this. And you. And the rest I don't even care about. I'm at the point where I don't even care about finding aluminium and anything like that. Like, I can make so much aluminium myself. I literally have like a stack of aluminium or something baked in the base and like 2 stacks of duraluminium. Fuck. And always a difficult thing to pronounce. Any chests that I missed anywhere around here? I don't think so. Yeah, you I already explored. I don't need most of this trash. I have those basic resources. I have so much of those stockpiled. I really don't want to bring in even more. They just take up space now at this point. Hey you. Nah, you have nothing that I want. Hey. Always take more ammo. Ammo is always useful. Oh my god. What the hell? Where did that come from? Something shoot me? Wait, aren't there snipers in this area somewhere? I don't remember. I don't think there are. There's no way that I already cleared everything out here. No, there's more over there. So I do remember that properly. Oh my god, switch to the fucking... There we go. Don't need any of that. I missed. I hit. It's funny that they just have like a giant storage chest lying around here that you cannot interact with at all. Like, I recognize that thing because you can build them yourself. Oh, fuck. so annoying to deal with. These big, heavy guys, their shields and everything, they're so annoying to deal with. At least with like the poison, I'm really happy I started bringing the poison sniper rifle again, because it does make them a lot easier to deal with than before, but holy shit, they're so annoying. And those flamethrowers are very destructive. Like in Furnace and Deadlock, like the afterburn just fucking will kill you if you're not careful. Man, I want to play Deadlock. Maybe I need to check if some of my friends are available for a little Deadlock after this. Please, please die. Oh my god. Please. Oh, thank god. That's all you drop. Man. Wait. Where did that come from? Bro? What? What's happening? Yo, they have a big spice refinery here. They have like a big operation going on here. God, wait. I can interact with this? 13 spice sand? That's barely worth doing anything. Hey, you know what? Spice sand is spice sand. Yeah, we'll take you and you and you and... Why did I grab the fuel cell? I don't need another... I don't need one fuel cell. This one I'll probably end up refining. Maybe I'll get something cool out of it. But they're thrusters. They're probably gonna like refine into something worthwhile. Where did all of the fire come from though? They have like a combination of sandstone and comb buildings here. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you shouldn't have like sit in like within range of a sniper. Not gonna lie, kinda foolish. I've checked out all of those buildings up there, I think. Yeah, I've been up there and everything. And are there any good caves like this that you can actually build in this game? Because I wouldn't mind having a cave base. And I don't think that like that you can actually build in any such caves. How the fuck? I've grabbed the wrong thing again. Oh! I love it so much when they combine gunners with melees. Ow. Yeah, I can bring one body with me. I have enough space in my inventory, way more space. I've gotten a lot more careful about what I bring with me in my inventory, and ever since I have like more space in my inventory for other stuff. But I love the dispenser. Yo, industrial pump. I have 3 industrial pumps from this. Only 3 of them. I need 50 of them. Where the fuck am I gonna get 50 industrial pumps from, man? I might actually have to go farm them in the deep desert instead of here. I bet that those racks in the deep desert will drop a fair bunch of them. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it. Should I do it in the scout-topter or the assault? I should probably do it in the scout-topter. Maybe I can put like if I go into the deep desert just to gather those, I might be able to put thrusters on the scout-topter. Because I will not need anything bigger than that. Yeah, let's go back. I'm going home. Well, there might be something more over here at one of the exits. Also, chat, I'm happy to announce that now that I've opened my door to the rest of the house, my office is actually getting cooler. I'm just not... I don't even want to bother with that. I don't even care, bro. I'm just here to steal your stuff. I literally don't care about fighting you. I already have I already have a bunch of your friends' bodies. I did it again. Ah! Bro, stop throwing grenades. One shot. One shot, one kill for me. I do like that I can like one-shot them with this. Oh, fuck. It's on cooldown. I actually forgot that I can use my forgot I can use my hookshot in that kind of way. Ah! Yeah, ouch! Whoa, mama! I need to remember that. That's actually a really good way to like stun them. And open them up for other attacks. Yeah! That's the trick! I finally got it. I finally cracked the code. Stun them with the hook shot and then hit them with the melee attack and just repeat it a few times. That's a much better way to deal with them. Yo, why is there a fucking broken down buggy here? I guess it... You know what? I think I've seen that thing before there. I think I just always spawned there, to be honest. Okay, please tell me there's at least one more chest here. I really don't want to have done all of that for nothing. Oh my god, I did it all for nothing. There's nothing left to gather here. I'm not taking the buggy. Fuck that. I'm not taking the buggy. It's not worth the efforts to bring it in just to refine it. I would just break it up into components and refine it anyway. It's not worth it. Well, that was worthwhile. All of this for 3 fucking... Yo! Okay, now we're talking. For 9 industrial pumps. All of that for 9 industrial pumps. You know, I will take 9. 9 better than 3. But man, if we need 50 of those things, this is no way to get them. I need to find a more efficient way of getting them. It's probably the wrecks in the deep desert, if I had to guess. That's probably going to be a much more reliable way to get them. Where's my thopter? I don't think I've cleared out this side of the base yet. I could check over here as well, just in case. You never know. Saw me too late, didn't you? Ow! You know the problem? One of the problems, chat, is that I have a perk that increases the damage of my headshots but decreases the damage of my body shots. There's like a pair of perks like that. Like one of them increases headshot and decreases body shot damage, and the other one increases body shot but decreases headshot damage. And I went for the headshot one because I figured, you know, that's the better one anyway. Because you're already trying to farm headshots. Oh, this was super worth it now. Okay, 12 industrial pumps. Oh! Damn. Okay. If I'm fast enough, I can just kill them with that. That's good to know. And I wasn't expecting that to be a possibility. Where did you come from? Doesn't matter, you're dead. You know, I recognize those containers. Those are carry-all containers. So the sandflies must have a carry-all at least one of them. And I wonder what exactly they're doing here. Like, they have all these operations set up. Probably what, like, bandits are doing anywhere. Like, the story is that Since in the story of this game, the Fremen were like attacked by the Sardaukar, and they claim that the Fremen were wiped out by the Sardaukar, but that would violate everything that I know about the Fremen and the lore. So I don't think that they were actually wiped out. I think that they just withdrew to the deep desert. But it does mean that these more northern areas of the, these areas closer to the south, to the southern pole, and closer to Arrakis are devoid of Fremen now. And because of that, a lot of bandits moved in that were like kept out by Fremen. So that's why that's kind of the explanation for why there are so many bandits all over the place, and all of these criminal factions and everything that are also fighting, the great houses. They're fighting each other. They're making a big old mess of things. Just a big old mess.
Sector weather alert.
Oh,
Large
no.
sandstorm is approaching.
What a terrible timing for a sandstorm. Oh, you're joking. Okay, where's the sandstorm at? Where is the sandstorm at? Oh, there it is. Thank God I live like right over across the street. Whew. Well. So the bad news is we are nowhere near having the amount of industrial pumps that we need. The good news is that since we still have so much time left on the refining, we're not going to need them anytime soon anyway. Wait. What did I need those industrial pumps for again?
Sector weather alert.
Oh yeah.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
I need it for this, which I'm not going to be building anytime soon anyway. So we have plenty of time. We can probably just like get it by farming that place over and over again. I just need to like remember to go back there regularly and farm it again after they rebuild, you know. Okay, hang on, this isn't gonna work. I'll put you in bigger Gunther. And then you... I love using my vehicles as like intermediary storage to move things from one inventory to another. Such a cool way to be able to use them. This game has some... I really appreciate that. If you interact with any inventory in your base, you can then, from the left drop-down menu, select any vehicle in the same base, and that makes transporting... that makes moving materials back and forth so much easier. Otherwise, it would be such a pain in the ass. You know, I didn't consider this, but these actually are Scout Ornithopter thrusters. I could use these if when I go out into the deep desert. I think that right now the Scout Ornithopter has a storage module on it. Travel would be so much easier with yeah. Let's see, how are we doing overall? This Thopter has taken some pretty big damage. Let me see if I repair these Ornithopter thrusters. 6 aluminium and 3 cobalt paste. Wait, can I even repair it? Let's repair with a welding torch. Oh, true! Yeah, it requires a welding torch. I didn't think about that. How expensive is it to make a new one? Scout Ornithopter, Thruster, MK4. We're using the existing ones. Like especially the particle capacitors, that's so many capacitors. Since I'm going to be using those, I'm going to use the Ornithopter thrusters only sparingly, so I don't really care that much. You know? Like, using the Scout Ornithopter with thrusters is going to be like a once in a blue moon kind of thing. So I'm just going to use the ones I just found. We're actually kind of lucky in that regard. We actually literally just like found a bunch of them when I was like thinking about trying them out. So lucky us. And we're also stuck back up on corpses. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a good source, reliable source of industrial pumps and some other stuff as well. Let's see. Oh, sorry, chat. I had to do a big stretch. What are we looking at in terms of everything? Chat, I think that I might actually wrap things up here for today. I've been live for almost 5 hours. I'm feeling the exhaustion start to set in again. And I should try to get a little bit more work done on my video, at least, as well, while I wait for this spice to be done. So I think I'm going to do that. There will not be a stream tomorrow. I'm sorry, I've thought about it, but I really want to work on the video. And on Saturday, like I said, I'm going to be in Rotterdam, and I'm trying to figure out like what to do with my sleep schedule to make sure that I'm not going to oversleep or something, and I will actually be like fully... I want to have plenty of time to rest is the thing, because I've been sleeping like absolute garbage over the past few days. So I'm still trying to figure that out. So let me see, I'm going to... Twitch chat, I'm going to send you all away now. Let's see who we're going to raid into. Now, the last time I raided away from Dune Awakening, I opened the recommended raid channels. And the first one was a Dune Awakening stream called I Dream of It. Which is, every time you launch the game, it opens with like a narration by Paul Atreides going like, I dream of it. It's so fucking funny. Let's see. We got a few options for raids. Race. It's been a... Ras is how you pronounce it, I think. It's been a while since I've raided him. He's cool. He's a chill guy. He's like a magician VTuber. He plays... he's one of Vidoc's friends. He plays a lot of Hunt. And right now he's playing Dead by Daylight. It's cool to see like lots of people get into Dead by Daylight again. That game remains very cool. Did you see that they announced Jason for Dead by Daylight? Fucking insane. I cannot believe that Jason is actually in Dead by Daylight. I didn't think it was ever gonna happen. So let's go say hi to Reyes. He's cool. Alright. Here we go. Alright, chat. No, hang on. That's a little bit too quick there. Okay, chat. Thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back next week. June the 3rd. On Wednesday is gonna be my affiliate anniversary, and it's gonna be the reveal of my Live 2D model, the one that I've been like behind the scenes. I've been working with a talented artist and a talented rigger on the Live 2D model. This goes back 1.5 years. We've been working on this for 1.5 years, so I'm very excited to finally be able to reveal it. Like, the 3D model was never intended to be the primary means by which I VTube. It just kind of happened to be useful in that kind of way. But the Live 2D model is... I cannot wait for y'all to see it. I'm gonna make some announcements and some teasers for that as well on social media, so check those in the next few days. But I'll be back, if not next Tuesday, I'll be back on next Wednesday. I might do a Tuesday stream in preparation, but probably it's gonna be Wednesday. So hopefully see you all then, and have a good rest of your evenings, y'all. Bye bye.